and welcome to another segment of AstrologyAnswers.com's weekly horoscope. My name is Terrence Gardino. Well, the week starts on Monday, August the 8th, with no major planetary events on Monday or Tuesday, but on Wednesday, Mercury is transiting Virgo, as it will be for the next couple of months, because Mercury is going to be going retrograde at the very end of August. This is why Mercury, instead of being in Virgo for 1 month, will be there for over 2 months. Anyhow, this Mercury does very well in Virgo because Mercury is the planet that rules the sign Virgo and Gemini. So our minds are in a more Virgo mindset, if you will, more discerning, more sensible, more analytical, more practical. The Mercury on Wednesday is going to be in the best trinal aspect with Pluto. Pluto is that planet of power and going deep. Mercury to Pluto is a great day to try to convince somebody of your position. You'll be more persuasive, more powerful with your ideas. It's a great day for studying, and therefore anything that deals with speaking, writing, and especially negotiating. Now, there are no more major planetary events until the weekend. The weekend is powerful. Saturn is going direct, and Saturn had been retrograde since March. Now, this happens every year that Saturn is retrograde for a number of months. When it goes direct, what's really happening is however Saturn, that planet of responsibilities and cautiousness, however Saturn has been affecting your chart, it had been more sluggish or harder to perform and give any good results during the retrograde. So when Saturn goes direct, it starts to really open up more of the flow of energy. Overall, it can be easier, better for your business, career, etc. On that day, however, when Saturn is no longer going backwards, it's just beginning to go forwards. So it's what we call stationary. So it's very intense. And if it's affecting any planet in your chart, that will trigger a powerful event. However, transiting Venus is in a square aspect to Saturn. And this is a weekend, maybe Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but particularly Saturday, that relationships will be tested. The good ones always remain stronger. The weak ones could show the cracks. The Venus also likes the finer things in life. And you might be a day that you're feeling lacking. You're not very social. On Sunday, now the Venus moves 1 degree past the Saturn, but now it's in direct opposition to Neptune, where this Venus-Saturn on Saturday could have been a reality check that you have to really work on your relationship or accept whatever inevitability. Then when Venus is opposite Neptune, opposite interacting with others, that Neptune can create a lot of uncertainty or disappointment. Now, some of you may be swept away with the magic of romance, but that Saturn is still really slow, and you need to stay grounded and realistic. Now, there is a lot of value with the Venus Neptune outside of relationships because it can really inspire a lot of creative vision. You might be more interested in the arts. You may be going to an entertainment venue, a concert, a play, a film, and the magic of the story sweeps you away. So it's great for fantasy, and if you're in the career of fantasy creating, can be a good day. But dealing with relationships, there might be this uncertainty or disappointment. Before I sign off, I want to remind you again that I'm available to answer a question, a service offered by Astrology Answers for a nominal fee. Always include your time of birth and try and put your birth information in the message to make sure I have it correctly. And you can always find a direct link to request this offer in the description box under the YouTube video. I want to thank you for tuning in. I hope to see you next week with my next segment. Until then, have a great week.